Hey everyone, I'm Cynthia and welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to be with you again, Cynthia, and we are especially happy to be with this gentleman here who needs little to no introduction, but he has a big title fight happening this weekend in San Francisco. New Orleans' own Regis Prograis. Thank you for joining us, Regis. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks for having me.
Regis, Jeandra and I yesterday, the past couple of days, we've been watching a lot of the footage between you and Haney. I have to give it to you guys. The build up to this fight is so flipping good. You both can talk your shits. I love it.
We do. Right, that's what we do. I mean, I think it's just natural. You need stuff like that in boxing. You need two people that can kind of mission mash and make a big fight, because some people it just don't do it. But I think with us and with our teams and it is exciting. People want to see that, and then we both talk, and that's how it is.
How much of that do you legitimately enjoy? There's some fighters like, oh, I want to do all my talking in the ring, and fighters do their talking in the ring. But we've been able to see from different perspectives, not just Dazn, but Devin's got his film crew and things that you share. How much of the trash talk do you, as a person, legitimately enjoy us seeing?
All of it. I mean, that's me. Like I'm a mood type of person, a feel type of person. So whenever I feel like, or whenever I'm in a mood to talk, then I do it. Sometimes we don't. Like we did a face-off yesterday. He didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. So I just wasn't. I guess we wasn't in the mood because now it's fight week. So for me, all that stuff is kind of done. All the talk is finished. It's time to fight now. Earlier, we can talk and all that stuff, but now it's kind of done. So now for me, what you see is what you get. When I'm talking, I really mean it. When I'm not, I don't feel like it.
We've seen you in several fight camps, and the last one we saw, you went home. It was a homecoming in New Orleans, and you fought Zoria, and it was, like you said, your mind was focused on so many other things, and you didn't get out of that fog, and that's why the way you performed, and people thought it was boring, and blah blah blah, split decision, and that's why Haney said he wants to fight you because he saw a lot of things that he can, basically win the fight. Now with this fight, it's in his hometown, surprisingly. How different is this fight camp? How you've changed a lot of things, but how much hungrier? What did you have to do different in order to change that mindset of what you've learned and all the people that you've changed and moved in your training camp?
Well, first off, this is not his hometown. Everybody keeps saying this hometown.
He was born there.
He was born here. He's from Henderson, Nevada. He's not from here at all. Man, listen, I'm running on the streets and stuff like that, and people like, man, you got not. I hate the Hanes. I don't like the Hanes. I'm on the street with people. I go to the gym when I walk in the street and stuff like, man, I don't like the Hanes, man. You gotta whoop him. So it shouldn't even be like that. They like, he's not even from here. I'm talking to people. I'm talking to these real guys outside, and they're like, man, Haney's not from here. He moved when he was 7, so he's from Henderson, Nevada. He was born here. That's cool, but he's not even from here. As far as the camp, I mean, I changed a lot. Like the last camp, even the people around me, they were saying, man, like it didn't even feel, it felt like I was going through emotions. Like right now, it's like everybody's in camp is locked in, everybody's focused, everybody's excited, especially me. We just super excited about this. And, I mean, the last camp I did about 6 weeks. This time I did like 4 months camp. So I've been in camp for a long time. Usually I will do about 2 months camp, but this time I did a 4-month camp because I'm just so serious about it. Usually I go to LA for about 2 or 3 weeks. This time I stayed in LA and trained for 2 months. So, just being away from my kids, away from my family, it's just like, I'm so serious. Like for me, I feel like it's no way that I could fail because I literally, I checked off everything. It's nothing. I didn't slack in no areas of training, no areas of, I dedicated everything. I sacrificed everything. So I know that everything is gonna work out just how it's supposed to work out. And working with my other trainer, Julian Chua, that's why I was in LA working with him for a long time. And we gonna have a game plan from 1 all the way to 12. So I know this fight gonna be totally different. And I'm just like, that's why I sacrificed so much for this, and because I really, really want it. And I never did that before my whole life, my whole career. I never did a camp like this my whole career.
Mm-hmm. If you could speak some more to that about carrying a city on your back. We've known from the beginning that you represent from New Orleans. You were living in Texas, but New Orleans is your hometown. For them to say that this is a hometown fight and people telling you that they moved from there and this is not their hometown, is that any insights into who they are as people? by
Yeah,
calling
of course.
this a hometown fight, and it's not really the
That's what
city
I'm saying.
that
It's
gave
not his
birth to them?
hometown, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not his hometown. I lived in California too. If that's the case, this is my hometown. Like it's not his hometown. People even say if Devin Haney came to fight New Orleans, if he run on the street, people not gonna say, man, you need to whoop Regis. I don't like Regis. No, that's really my people out there. I really be out in the street in New Orleans, and not even just in New Orleans, even in Houston and stuff. Like I really be outside. I really be on the street and stuff like that. So people not gonna say that. Out here, I'm at the gym. They like, man, I don't like Devin. Devin not from here. The Haney's not from here, and so. It's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe all that. Like, people could believe the hype and all that stuff, but I literally just don't. I don't believe none of that stuff. This is not his hometown. He's from Henderson, Nevada. He moved. How many schools did he go to here? Like what is his background here? Where his grandma live or something like that. It's not his hometown.
You got to walk out with Kendrick Lamar then. That reminds me of a little insert on his album where he's like, where your Meemaw stay, where your people stay. Right. Tell you somebody hometown.
Not from here. That's what I'm saying. This dude is not from here. He's not.
Well, you guys had so much talking during your face-off with Chris Mannix. Chris Mannix couldn't even get a word in with you guys. But I think my favorite part was when you called out Devin Haney about his 15 knockouts, and you're like, who did you fight? And he just laughed because I'm like, oh, he just clowned him. But it's funny because his knockout ratio is 50%. Yours is 83%. You have 24 knockouts. So I know you're going in for the knockout. I think in your last press conference in San Francisco, you said you would even box him. I don't ever see you as a boxer because I like to see knockouts from you. We know that Devin is really taking this seriously just as you, because he's brought in Freddie Roach, who's a pressure fighter, who's going, Devin's a boxer normally, but at the end of the day, we might just see a boxer that's going to clinch and you're going to have to try to be rugged. How do you go around doing that? Because you got to fight your fight and not his fight.
So I have my own plan. And I don't care who he brings in. I don't think it's gonna matter. Like at the end of the day, me and him have to get in there, and he has to fight me, and he has to still get hit by me. And Devin is he doesn't have a big punch. He's not a big puncher at all. So at the end of the day, he can do all that stuff. He can work on it's still at the end of the day, it's still a fight. You still have to get hit by me for 12 rounds, and I don't think Freddie Roach is gonna make absolutely no difference in. I say usually. I was just going out there and fighting, but now, with Julian and with Bobby coming up, they're gonna have a plan for 12. Every round, I'm gonna have a different plan to go out and do something. So I don't think what he does, I don't think nothing is gonna matter.
Bringing in different voices into a camp could kind of affect a fighter. I guess maybe they can't really change them physically because they don't have that long history of working with one trainers. And I think I've seen some things where they say, oh, we visit other trainers, we absorb information, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. From your perspective, if you were to do the same thing and talk to Robert Garcia or go talk to, insert trainer here and get their perception, how does that affect you and your mental approach to a fight? Do you think it's a confusing thing to bring all these voices under the guise of, I'm just gathering information, I just want different perspectives? What does that do to a fighter?
Yeah, I think it confuses you. I think it definitely confuses you. I think that shows weakness. I think it's a quote from Conor McGregor. He said the same thing. He was like, man, I'm gonna always be with the same coaches. And for me, I feel the same way. When you go switch from all these different coaches, it's not the coaches, it's you. You keep switching and switching. Those coaches know you, so you should listen to those coaches. So yeah, I feel like that's it could be. I mean, it depends. Certain people are different, but there could be a certain weakness when from all these coaches. I think you should have your set coaches and stick with.
I know that we don't have much time with you, but I do love all the shit talking that your team is doing. I love Devin, Bill Haney he just does a lot of it. I think it's great. But Jeandra, we have our segment. I think you've done it before. Go ahead, Jeandra, with your segment.
Oh, okay. Well, as we know, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take you in a different path. We usually get you to talk your shit, and you're very excellent like that. So I'm going to ask you about something where you were already talking your shit. So I watched Devin's team's video where it was like inside the Haney Prograis fight. And I love this when you walked up on his bodyguards and was like, oh, we got some big up in our camp too. What's up? And Haney's dad is telling him, don't mess up the money. Don't say nothing to him. Don't mess up the money. What did that look like from your perspective? Break down that interaction because, it's shot from their point of view. I want to know what it looked like from your
You
point
should
of
have
view.
saw
when you
on my
walked up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shot from their point of view. You should have saw from my point of view. First off, I walked up on him, right? This big old goofy dude, not supposed to let me do that, right? If you have a security guard, he's not supposed to let you walk up on him, his team. Devin was sitting down doing an interview with Chris Manning. I was over there. I walked up right to the security guard and I talked to his little brother because I went to his little brother. His little brother was talking, so I went and talked to him and he was shook. Then I talked to little brother. I started talking trash to him. Then I'm like, bro, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know what to say. He was shook because where I'm from, bro, size don't matter. I don't care how big you are and all that. That don't matter. But he just a big old soft, goofy dude. Yesterday, man, I'm gonna tell you, yesterday at the face off, this dude came with a ski mask and a and a vest on. A ski mask and a vest. He's just big old, big goofy. That's all he is. He's literally a big goofy. Like, they look stupid. And then he had a holster, a gun holster with no gun in it. It's like, bro, he like a Halloween character. They're big old goofy dude, bro. Like, these are big, like, his team looks so goofy to me. That's all. These dudes, like the Haneys, they look so goofy. I mean, besides Bill, all the rest of them, they some goofballs, bro. That's all I look at them as goofballs. The security dude, I don't know where Devin got this dude from, but he a big old goofy dude. Like, he a big 6'5". I don't even talk 6'4", 6'3", but he had a ski mask on, then he had a vest on, a bulletproof vest on. Like, we going to Iraq or something. Like, what are you doing? And then he had a gun holster with no gun in it. Like, bro, what are you doing? What's the point of that? Like, just to look like that, I don't know if they think that's intimidate people, that scare people. That looks so goofy. It just looked like he looked like a big goofy. So when I walked up to him, like, what's up, big man? What's up? You know, we got big dudes for you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I come from, bro, that size don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, size don't matter. I didn't whoop a bunch of big dudes coming up. So size don't matter besides all this boxing stuff. But anyways, like, yeah, I just walked up on him and that's all. And he ain't do nothing. So obviously, if I would have kept talking, I don't know what would have happened to Big Dude. I don't know what he would have did. But Bill had to come in. See, the thing is, you know, Bill is more like us, you know, because he come from the same type of environment. So Bill knows how to deal with that. You know, he knows how to talk. He knows how to deal with that. These dudes, these guys, Devin and his security, these guys, they grew up with Devin, so they don't know how to deal with the type of things that I'm saying. You know, his little brother, his big brother, they didn't come up in this type of environment, so they don't know. You know, they don't know how to deal with this. Like I said, big dude was just sitting there twiddling his fingers and stuff like that. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, if you're a bodyguard, you're not even supposed to let me come over there. So I already tested him right there. And when I came over there, he just let me come over there. And that's the Devin little brother. He got like a 14-year-old little brother. And I was just gonna play with him and stuff. Like, I wasn't gonna do nothing to him, just playing with him. But as a bodyguard, you're not even supposed to let me come over there. I'm not even supposed to be over there. You're supposed to stand right in the way. So I already know right there. That tell me what type of dude you are right there. But he, like I said, bro, them dudes is big old clowns. He a big old goofy clown. That's what I look at him as.
Well, you didn't know what he was doing, but we know he definitely wasn't shooting. So we know that.
Wasn't shooting. Ski mask with a thing on, with a vest on, with a gun holster with no gun in it. And the gun holster was a what kind of gun holster he had? A Velcro gun holster, so you could just pull it off his leg. Oh man, these dudes is goofy, bro. He got that from the Halloween store. He had to.
You better tell them about Louisiana, because they don't just know. They don't know.
Man, these dudes, they goofy, bro. That's what I'm saying. They goofballs. That's all. I look at them and I'm like, bro, I want to laugh. Like, when I look at it, I just want to laugh. We had to be serious and stuff like that yesterday at the face-off, but I'm looking like, oh my, I just want to laugh. And then Devin, all his people, he brought rockheads with him. He just, like, all these dudes he brought with him, I don't know who his daddy know. I don't know who his daddy grew up with. These dudes like heroin heads or something like that, rock heads or something. I don't know who Bill know, and I don't know, like old pimps and rock heads, and I don't know what these dudes got, bro. I don't know what they got going on. It's just like Devin just, man, it's just like, man, he went outside and was like, man, come with me to this, come with me to this press conference. I got a face off, y'all come with me. I don't know who Bill and them know, bro. These dudes is, bro, they clowns, bro. It's a clown show. They belong in the circus. After I whoop Devin, bring him to the circus.
Period.
All right, that was an amazing talk, yo shit. I love it. Okay, last segment for mine. We've done this before, off the cuff. One word, every name I mentioned. Ryan Garcia.
Clown.
Amanda Serrano.
Beast.
Shakur.
Skillful.
Terrence Crawford.
Monster.
Real estate.
Real estate.
Yes.
Like houses?
Yeah.
Money.
Birkin bags.
Birkin, but Hakel, my wife, that's all she got. She loved that shit. Hakel, she getting on right now, matter of fact. I called her, she getting on right now, literally.
Beignets.
New Orleans.
Boxing.
Best sport. That's 2 words, but whatever.
Devin Haney.
Ass whooping.
Regis Prograis.
Beast mode.
This was a fun little, I loved your Talk Your Shit, boy.
Regis, you are a good time, baby. You better put
really
on for Louisiana.
You really are. I mean, you guys tune in. He's defending his WBC Super Lightweight strap against Devin the Dream Haney. Devin is looking to come up and take that strap. You guys tune in. The Rougarou is coming out to play, and he's going to play with Devin the Dream Haney. Best of luck to you, Regis, and the whole team.
Thank you.
Take care. I didn't expect to see Regis was, first his Wi-Fi was a little choppy. It looked like a whole silent movie. I was like, so you guys, when you see it, it's not our editing skills. It was his Wi-Fi. And I'm going to keep that in there so you guys see that we talk about it's his Wi-Fi. But man, I love the way you turned around your Talk Your Shit segment, and he still talked his shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew that was going to wake it up because I remember watching that and I enjoyed it. Shout out to the Haney team. It's beautifully shot, beautifully edited, but at the same time, it's from their point of view. And them dudes were looking hella big, standing next to Regis. So I wanted to know what that looked like from his perspective. I knew he was going to fill in the color, because Louisiana people, my cousins, my family, I'm Creole like him, and I know how crazy my Creole cousins are. So I already knew that was going to wake it up.
The things that he said. I mean, Bill Haney bringing out the pimps. Did he say the hoes, the crackheads, the heroin
addicts? He said, look, he brought the whole subculture to the press conference, apparently.
He's like, come on, you want to come?
Oh God, we could not script this even better. Regis Prograis, salute to you. You are a good time in an interview. My goodness, you are free, and we're here for all that.
And for all of you guys that say, well, you don't have Devin Haney, trust me, you can check our receipts, our texts. We have been trying to get Devin Haney. I've even talking, Bill Haney says, yes, I got you.
From way back, I saw him when I went to the Teofimo fight in New York, and I was like, hey, my girl Cynthia has been reaching out to you. We really want to get you. We've had other people in their camp lobbying on our behalf. We want to talk to him. We can only talk to who talks to us. So don't give us any grief.
So Devin, if you just happen, or any of Devin's team, because this video is going to drop this week because it's fight week. We're going to drop it. We have to drop it like today.
He is welcome to come on and talk his shit too.
But Jeandra, there's so much to talk about. Like, okay, girl, we got to go into like just yesterday's boxing Twitter. And this is our run it back. We ain't talking about no fights. We got to talk about this whole Sky Nicholson, Amanda Serrano. We already knew that Amanda was not going to be fighting 2-minute rounds anymore. And we know WBC does not acknowledge 3-minute rounds. And so she gave up her title. Good for her. She stood for what was right, for the sacrifices that she's made through her tremendous career. And she just wants, like I said, if you want change, and Michaela said, if we want change, they have to be the change. So good for them. Sky Nicholson, and even when I interviewed Ebony, I think she got the question misconstrued, but it still came out that Sky would fight 3 minutes, but WBC doesn't recognize 3 minutes. So it wouldn't have been for a WBC strap, and Sky is a WBC mandatory. So now she doesn't want to be elevated. WBC was going to elevate her to full champ, but who wants to be the email champ? Good for Sky saying, you know what, I don't want it. So now the WBC have mandated to fight Sarah Mahfoud, she's a silver champion. So they have like till January 12th to figure out a pay and a date and blah, 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 if not purse bid. But good for Sky. But then based off the tweets, and I mean, of course, we let boxing Twitter do all the fighting. I'm not going to say Sky did it because I don't want to read into it because it's a tweet. But she's allegedly saying that Amanda is using the 3-minute round to quote unquote duck her. I don't know if that's, I don't think that. Personally, Amanda doesn't give a shit. She cares more about the 3-minute rounds than fighting for a belt that doesn't recognize 3-minute rounds. I mean, what are your thoughts? I'm just, I don't want to read into this. So people don't go
Miss
at me.
Sky Nichols. And I've never met, let me just preface this by saying I've never met her. I'm sure she's a lovely human being. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her. I hope we get to interview her one day. I'm not trying to disrespect you, young lady, but to say Amanda Serrano is scared to fight her, or to imply that, or would allege it, she was trying to allege about Amanda vacating to not fight her, is completely ludicrous. We're talking about Amanda Serrano here. So you mean to tell me that she fought Katie Taylor and all the killers that she's fought, Heather Hardy, all the hard-hitting people that she's fought in and around her career, but at this stage, she's ducking you? I'm sorry, that's so disrespectful to who Amanda is as a champion, to even allege that, especially in women's boxing, where the options are, there are more options now, but the options are still too few of who people can fight. And that's soured me very much. I want her to maybe elaborate, come on the show, talk to us.
I know, we would love to have elaborate. Yeah, because
I found it disrespectful.
Because, the only way we find out is obviously through Twitter, and then we get a WBC email, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, and then when you see people saying, oh, Sky's saying she's ducking, that Amanda is ducking, like I said, I give credit to Sky not being elevated to a champion, because as a fighter, you want to fight the champion. You want to win the belt, not just be gifted. Like I said, look at how much shit Devin Haney got. And he had to prove to himself why he deserves a WBC belt. It's not his fault he got emailed the belt. I mean, it really wasn't.
Her anger is misguided. Why doesn't she have beef with the WBC for not sanctioning? If she's willing to move up to 3 rounds and Amanda wants to fight the 3-minute rounds, why not come together with Amanda and say, we want to do 3-minute rounds? I think her anger is misguided, or her statements are misguided. And, with all due respect to the WBC, we got love for them and Mauricio and the whole team over there. But that's really where that should be directed, because if they want to negotiate that, they should fall in line with the fighters' wishes, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's hard. Like with Amanda Serrano's beautiful statement, she's thanked everyone, and it was a lovely statement of her vacating the belt. But it's hard when, times are changing.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, they're changing. But if companies or people don't change with it, then you're going to be left behind. So
absolutely.
And I get it. WBC has these medical things of why women don't, and I understand Lou DiBella is hard on not doing 2 minutes. There's a lot of people that don't like it, but these women want to fight. If they're saying they want equal pay, then they're going to be like, well, we want to fight the 3-minute round. So why don't you let them? It can't make sense if you're saying I want equal pay, but I'm only going to fight 2 minutes. Like you can't.
Or if you support, or if you're truly an advocate for equity, follow their wishes. Everything is a point of negotiation. We hear that all the time. Everything from the camp to the walkout to the corner, everything is a point of negotiation. If these women have come together as a unit and say, we want this, and you stand in the way, what does that really say about your true advocacy and allyship of what women and women's sports and what women are trying to do? And so that's what I don't appreciate. And I don't appreciate Sky alleging that Amanda's ducking her because she wants to fight 3-minute rounds. That's crazy to me.
For anyone that it's Sky's team, Matchroom, Eddie, we would love Sky to come on, because we are going based off what we read in tweets. And, yes, we know that she's been calling out Amanda Serrano. And after Amanda fought the 3-minute rounds, she was very hard set about moving forward with only 3-minute rounds. And hey, she's a champ. She's an 7-8 division world champ and undisputed. So she could do whatever she wants.
And established and the considerable A side. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. So again, the saga continues. And then what did we have a crazy chat about? This fight that happened in Tennessee against a 59. You heard me right. The man was 59 years old, going pro. To be fair, he has been sparring, he has been in the gym, but to go pro against Deshaun Hunter from North Carolina, his record is 0-6. 0-6. The clips, it was so fast because Deshaun got him with the a right and then a left. Scott England, the man, the older gentleman, went down in 5 seconds. That's just as bad as the remember when Sinicia fought that older lady and she was
that
like
wasn't
laid
even
out.
that bad.
That was like, yeah, I mean, and she had fights under her belt. This guy, oh yeah, girl.
Listen, let me tell you guys something, and come in close, kids. If you are 0-6 and the only way you can win is by knocking out Paw Paw, boxing is not for you. It's not for you. You had to knock Grandpa out before Christmas? Girl.
Well, shame on the sanctioning bodies. I get it because the guy has been in the gym, so it's not like some random dude that they just found. But yeah, boxing is not, it's a deadly sport. We've seen way worse that happens with professional fighters that have been doing this for a long time. And it's not a sport that you just do as a hobby, like, oh, let me, and that's why the YouTubers, yes, I credit to the YouTubers who really do take it seriously. They understand that they have to fully train. They can get hurt and it can be very deadly. But something like this,
Papa must have been watching old Bernard Hopkins fights, because listen, you are not Bernard Hopkins, sir. And I'm just mortified that Papa had to take a fight. And what did they pay Papa? They couldn't have paid him like anything. But again, going back to this guy, Deshaun, sir, if you're 0-6 and the only way you can pull out a win is by knocking out a 59-year-old man before Christmas, December 5th, try a different sport, my boy. Try something different.
Yeah.
Now watch. I hope in the future this kid doesn't circle back, because he's only 23 and he goes on to be one of the most storied guys in boxing. He's be like, I hate that chick from Best Women's Boxing Show who told me to hang it up. Look at me now. Look at me now. Nobody thinks it's Floyd, but find you another sport, my boy. That's just, the auntie in me talking.
Yeah. I mean, now he can say he has one pro fight win, but
we ought to find those 6 guys who beat him and ask him what they think. Lord. Get their feet.
I mean, all of that happened yesterday. I just could not believe it. I was like, we see the Sky drama, and then we see this. I'm like, this is just despicable. But hey, it's boxing. People pay for circuses. And speaking of pay, I was gonna say it on Regis's. Girl, why is the Dazn fight? Okay, to be fair, the Dazn fight is $59.99 for Dazn subscribers. So it's cheaper than $79.99. But if you're not a Dazn subscriber, it's $79.99 one time. But why is it free in the UK? What have we done wrong in the States? Why do they always get free and we always have to pay a monthly plus other things? Why can't we just have nice things for free sometimes?
Why can't we have nice things? Because clearly we the cash cow. We the cash cow in this fight game. The United States, we the A side in this thing. And that's why we got to get taxed all triple. Stop taxing us because we're the A side in these boxing fans. I don't care if you had 100,000 people in Wembley Stadium. Your gates are not the same.
Right.
Ooh, these English people about to eat me up. I am tripping today. I need to bring it down.
It's all right, girl. I mean, you talk your shit, but
I swear this is tea. There's nothing in it but tea.
God, it just makes me sad. And I get it. It's a pay-per-view. You have to, because it's Haney and Prograis. It really is a big fight. This is
Make
a really
them pay too. What the hell? Make more money.
I know what, $24.99 or whatever that in pounds is, like 30 something, but still $59.99 right before Christmas it's expensive. But
Absolutely.
it is a good card. It is I mean, them talking their shit is really good. Ebony's on the card. She's now fighting Mio Yoshida because what's her face, the bikini Australian chick. It was supposed to be the battle of the boobs. That's what they were labeling it as. She's injured, so luckily they were able to get a replacement, so she's still on the card. Good for her. I'm happy for Ebony. Kudos to Dazn, their pre-fight promo of them talking in the black and white. I think that was probably one of their best promos I've ever seen. And then just even the off the cuff, they have an off the cuff, but totally different from our kind of off the cuff. And then their face off with Chris Mannix. It's just like constant bickering and constant shit talking with not just them two, the whole teams. I love it. I love it. Now it just better not be a boring fight. I really want to see, will Devin Haney take any chances and really try to land flush? Because he's like, I'm going to knock you out. AKA, I might just tie up and just box from the outside. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So on the co-main, it's Liam Paro versus Montana Love. So we'll probably see Montana's little cute puppy.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Andy Cruz versus Giovanni Straffen.
I like Andy
guys.
Cruz. I like Andy Cruz a lot.
And they will be competing for the IBF International Lightweight strap, and then Ebony, and then Beatrice Ferreira against Destiny Jones, and Amari Jones versus Quilisto Madera. And
okay. Amari is Devin Haney's fighter in his camp.
Oh, okay, perfect. And then Shamar Canal versus Jose Antonio Mesa, and they are super featherweights.
I like that they have 2 women belts on there.
Yeah, shout out to them. We like that. Shout out to
women. That a lot. So good. That's I feel like I know that name.
I think so too. I think she follows either our show account or both of us individually, but I know that name as well. So salute to her. She is a super featherweight, crowded division, super featherweight. We'll talk about that in a future show.
Yes, because there's a lot of women to go through. And then, you know what I just read today, since we are dropping this show? I found this interesting. Totally not boxing related. Daddy Yankee is quitting reggaeton to focus on Christianity.
Wow.
Right?
There's a lot of people, we won't get too deep into spiritual on this show, maybe a topic for a future show, but there is a lot of forces in the entertainment industry. And I've been noticing a lot of shifting lately into that, and people shifting out and people turning more to God, or just any industry. The most recent we've been seeing, Ryan has been very unapologetic and very open about his faith. It's admirable and commendable. And there's just, these people see things we don't see. And I guess that changes your mindset when you accumulate so much wealth, because Daddy Yankee got big bank, that I feel like in life you need no's.
Yes, because
to have some check and balance. Yeah, if you got too much yes, ultimately you start to lose your humanity in a sense, because money can get everything. So if you don't have a strong spiritual base or constitution or something, it could turn dark. So maybe there's been some dark and he wants to turn towards the light. So
yeah, I think that's I saw that and I was like, that's so interesting, because we've, like you said, we've heard it with Ryan, we've heard it with Jamal. They've all gone to the top and people fall. And so when you're at your darkest moment, you turn to some kind of spiritual Buddha, whatever religion or whatever meditation, whatever it is. But whatever Daddy Yankee, if he's going through something, I'm glad that, he's doing something positive and healthy for himself. So that's all. But yeah, I found that really interesting. I'm like, I want to bring that up.
Even my favorite 50 Cent, and we know 50 a troll. My favorite 50 Cent is a troll. And I've been seeing him recently posting about, he's been on this tour. He's been on tour forever now. He's down in Australia or something like that. He's been on tour for like 6 months. And because he says this is his last tour he's ever going to do. And I went and it was bomb. And if you're in wherever he's going,
you were the one where the girl got hit with the mic.
Yes, I was at that one. But I say that about him because I've been seeing him posting some things too, where he was saying that God, this tour saved me from things. And he's been talking about God, like putting it a little bit in his content as well. And I'm like, what is really going on out here? So if you're watching and you believe in a higher power, pray for your girls, because we welcome all positive energy, spiritual, and all those things, because we all need it.
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, Jeandra, we can't talk about anything else, because that's like, we can't mess up the energy.
We need that picture.
Yes. But yeah, so you guys tune in. Jeandra got some really good footage of Terrence Crawford talking about 50 Cent.
Right.
You know, and so we're not going to say, you're going to have to go to our YouTube channel and check out the footage and her interview. Good stuff. The man is he's not real. I'm sorry. I told Julie, his PR, I was like, he's not real. She wants him to start playing golf. I go, he'd probably be better than Steph Curry and Canelo put together.
Let's put this on video now. So when it happens, they can credit us first. Let Bud play golf. And I think he should do like Shannon Briggs. Remember how Shannon Briggs used to pop up wherever Vladimir Klitschko was? I think Crawford should show up. He should just show up where Canelo's playing golf and start just whack and just killing him on the golf course and just look at him and walk off. Like Crawford, just start pulling up on him, because I have no doubt you play golf too. I don't think there's any sport he can't play at all. So start pulling up on Canelo on the golf course, and that's how we're going to get to that fight.
That is crazy. Well, yeah. So tune into all of Jeandra's stuff on Terrence Crawford. We have the Shakur stuff. We have lots of footage that we're dropping, lots of interviews. And make sure you guys, if you can't watch us on YouTube, go to our podcast, listen to it on all of your favorite streaming devices, on your headphones, get the eargasms. We are in partnership with Blue Wire Network. So yes, again, Jeandra, I can't wait for fight night. I want to see what Regis does. Remember, it's on Dazn pay-per-view this Saturday at the Chase Center, the Chase Arena. And we're going to see if Regis is still, or are we going to have and new?
And we're going to see if the bodyguard still has a Velcro gun holster.
Goofy
bodyguard.
So funny. It was so funny. All right, guys. I'm Cynthia Conte.
I'm Jeandra LaBeouf.
Thanks for tuning into another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period, in partnership with Blue Wire Network. See you guys at the fight. Bye, guys.